If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast, with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Last time on Lawful Stupid, Gus has just exclaimed to New Haven Hold that he needs help.
Well, I'll answer one of those calls at least.
Uncle Archie! Kato's in trouble.
Where were you guys last when you saw Kato?
It's a 3 days ride from here.
3 days ride from
Get in the car!
You leave New Haven Hold and head back towards the cave. And so as you're approaching this door, you see this figure. Devin, introduce your new character.
Boogie Boogie, the Fouye.
Yeah. What?
You make your way in. We're gonna roll initiative after you guys are surprised by the metallic form of Kato as he leaps at Archibald and attempts to bite him. And you see Kato's form under these vines, and he's rattling, and he starts to glow.
Jet, big boom!
Where we're going to end this episode is with the group retreating from the cave, the cavern. We're greeted with a vision of Kato's remains and Devin's new character leaving the scene with Darling, Gus, and Archibald in tow. And they pick up Vanessa on the way out. And our image ends as the group emerges from under the door. So you guys find yourself on the opposite side of the door to this cavern, and Archibald says to the group, "I think I somewhere have some of these tools and these books here. I think I can close the door."
I thought you said you could maybe get someone alive. Could you maybe alive Vanessa?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That I can do that?
That's...
You said you could.
You took all my money.
Oh, maybe it's in one of my books. Hold on. No. Fairy tales for adults. Nope. Half naked. That's not important. Okay. Oh, right. Nope. I don't think I have a resurrection spell. You misunderstood me. I have an erection spell. But that's not important, dearie. That's for adults. It makes things stand up. I think you misunderstood.
To be fair, that explosion did have 1 pound of Alice's aphrodisiac in it, so that was a pretty horny explosion.
It probably was.
So yeah,
it was very dusty.
So when we did our roll last episode, you forgot
that
that
saving
component.
throw was actually...
How many tents are out here right now? How many tents are showing up?
Just the one that's wrapping our dead sister. All right, let's go.
Yeah, why don't you just go back home to the estate?
Of course. Yeah, that's a good idea too. I'm just gonna shut this door first.
Okay.
Or blow it up.
Oh.
Or erect it. But hard to say.
Okay.
It has to go down.
Oh, that's not really my specialty, dear, but we'll figure it out.
After you just...
Hey! We never got your name, bro.
Pay?
I'm Gustum. Gus.
Gusto. Gusto.
That's Darling. I call her Sprout sometimes. Don't worry about that. It's just a nickname.
Darling. Gustum.
Darling.
Okay.
Where are you?
Pay Tuk Tuk.
Pay Tuk Tuk.
No, Pay Tuk Tuk.
Your Tuk Tuk.
Yes, EA Gustum.
Oh wait.
He points to you, touches your chest. EA Gustum. And then he, like, to himself, Pay Tuk Tuk.
Pay Gustum.
No. EA
Gustum.
pointing to you. Yeah. Pay.
So EA Tuk Tuk.
EA Tuk Tuk. Yes.
Pay Gustum.
Pay Gustum.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And he puts his head to your forehead again.
Okay.
Briefly. Not a long time.
All right.
Custom. That's not the weirdest thing I've been a part of.
I thought about it and I was like, okay, cool.
Sister gone. Big
Sister.
finish.
Big finish. Tuk Tuk, you want to come with us?
He did offer the letter to the lake or somewhere.
Yeah, so like you ask him to go with you. He kind of looks at you, or he's facing you. I keep saying look, so you just know he has a blindfold on. And he says, me.
Oh, we go with you.
Yes.
Okay. You know what a card is?
And he just kind of points to it without turning his head.
Hell yeah, let's go. All right, man.
Yeah.
This is working out good.
Yeah, so you guys, what do you do with Vanessa? Do you put her inside the cart, I suppose? Or do you take time to bury her?
I'd like to take time to bury her.
Yeah, good call.
Also, so I can watch and see if Archibald actually blows up the door or makes it close or something.
I want to get her back to the estate, but she's been dead for 4 days, and I don't have anything to... I mean, pickle juice is the best I could do.
Listen, I can't revive you, but I make a mean pickle juice.
I'm just saying, like, as far as preservation, I don't have gentle repose. I have gentle pickle juice. I have extra dill repose.
Or we could always just bury her on top of the hill. It's good view.
Yeah.
Above a door, like she always kind of dreamed.
Yeah.
Burn fire?
Burn fire. What do you say?
Sister burn fire? To dragons?
I don't know about the dragons. Maybe. No, I don't really know, man. That's a big question. Do the dragons? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it to dragons.
We burn to dragons.
Yeah, that could be it, man.
Okay.
Honestly, it could be. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'll get a pyre going.
Yeah.
You said
I'll
fire
help
wrong.
find some sticks.
I didn't.
I'll help find sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys
I use
spend-
my last 48 minutes of horsepower, my one HP horsepower.
How do you
to tie a rope around me and pull down some smaller trees to build a fire?
Yeah, you spend the rest of the afternoon like building a. Do you want to build a sizable pyre?
Yeah, it's Vanessa, right? Like, she wouldn't cheap out for me. She wouldn't.
Yeah, so you build. No, yeah. You take time and you build a sizable pyre. So you guys spend. You guys spend some time building this pyre, and night begins to fall, and I believe you would light it, and her already be in the pyre, like.
Mm-hmm.
And before you light it, I'll let whoever wants to light it, but I imagine if you want to tell a memory in her honor.
I already used my flashback.
It doesn't have to be a flashback. It can be a memory. He goes, I have a flashback to that time Vanessa taught me how to speak.
She taught me how to save her.
She taught me cure vampirism.
But I just remembered now. It's too late.
I remember that time that she was like, idiot, just make them garlic bread. That's the solution to everything. It's just garlic bread.
That's true.
Garlic and everything.
Yeah. V always snuck me cookies. And that was pretty chill.
She would come out and tell me stories when Toddy was always a little bit too busy.
Whenever I was supposed to do stuff, but I just wanted to lay around as a cat in the sun, she did my chores for me, so I wouldn't get in trouble.
I might have made too many bets with her and won, where she ended up doing my chores.
She did a lot of chores, man.
I think she felt like she was trying to be mom more often than not. Or at least a mom of types.
Closest thing I had.
Mm-hmm.
She with dragons.
Yeah, maybe she is, bro.
I mean, that sounds like a good place to be, I guess.
Maybe she is bro.
Tuck, you always know what to say to Julia.
At least he can give us some laughs. Thanks, Tuck.
Who ignites the pyre?
I don't have any magic fire spells, but I can.
I do.
I flambe with the best of them.
Darling will just yeet one of her blue fire motes of produce flame.
You make that as like a cool will-o-wisp from your tail. That's like a distinct part of your personality, right?
That's what I like to think she does, because
Yeah.
I feel like from the tail's just neat.
I thought that was always really cool too. I hope nobody tries to jock your style later on that.
I have two tails, so.
Oh,
You know.
Oh fuck! And
never mind.
and
Never
it's
mind.
on fire, actually.
icicles.
Shut up! The man with two tails is talking.
He's got two tails that shoots
it's
ice and
fine.
laser beams.
Well, oh my god. One day I'll have two
so-
tails. I hope.
Darling, her tail gives a twist and a flourish, and this blue emote hits the pyre. And you guys are gathered around, and the darkness quickly evaporates as this blue flame travels up the pyre, burning, burning, burning. And you watch as your sister is consumed by the blue flames. And there's a stillness in the air, a quiet that can only be matched by your sorrows and by your loss. As the three of you watch, as Vanessa passes on through the veil for what's next to come.
Maybe dragons.
I say, goosey goosey, Box King wrote.
Is there anything else you would like to do before we move on to the next day?
Probably. I feel like we would end up talking about Kato a bit too. And Zira. I mean, it was just all of them in this cave.
I managed to grab this from Kato before he exploded. I've got 3 Derringer crest necklaces. And V. And Zira.
Well, I guess we keep them until we can make it back to the state. Just side-eye. Oh, no. Grampy Archibald has left, because it was just 3 of us watching.
I think I'm going to hold on to him until I can give him to Papa Derringer personally.
That's if he's not dead at the end of all of this, too.
Sure.
Tuck. When you hear them say Derringer, that sounds familiar.
His ears kind of tweak back and forth. Derringer?
Yeah, that's our family name.
He improv reaches into a side pocket and pulls out like another letter? Question mark, Dwayne?
How many letters you got,
No.
homie? Are you the mailman?
No, you're not. You don't have a letter from Derringer.
Tell me how I know him then, so I can relay that.
No, well, that's what I'm trying to feed you. You've met him.
Okay, that's what I need to know. So I've met him.
Yeah, you don't know a ton about him, but outsiders stand out. You've met Derringer.
Oh, cool. Here's what happens. You have those kind of necklaces, and they kind of ting together, and he's just gonna walk over and he's just gonna feel for him, and he says, "Same, Derringer."
You saw somebody with this?
I always forget the word we have for yes. Listen, I know. Hup.
Okay.
Papa?
Papa? Yeah.
Papa?
Old? Scrunch my face up. Kind of hunch my back over and... Old?
Hup.
Okay. Yeah.
Friend.
So, Stom friend... Derringer friend?
Hup.
Nice. So Dad's fine. He's fine.
I think.
Dwayne, I've just seen him, right? I don't know anything about the state of...
You've met him. It's been a while.
Long time.
He was fine. So.
Hup.
I'm making a potato stew, and no one can stop me.
You're making a potato soup?
We haven't eaten today.
Are we camping here? Is that what I'm getting the vibe that we're about to set up right now?
I'm gonna make some potato stew, and then we're gonna get in the car and leave.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're not gonna sleep?
Is it night? I don't know what time of day it is, Dwayne.
It's nighttime. Yeah.
He's just
it's
always
nighttime.
I'm gonna make some
that.
potato stew, and then we're gonna go sleep, and then tomorrow we're gonna have some breakfast that I'll make, and then we're gonna leave.
Oh, you make it hard to just not eat.
We're eating every day, Sprout.
I'm sad and I'm mad and I don't want to eat.
Comfort
Too much work.
Food, Sprout.
Eat your feelings, darling.
Says the
No.
ghost.
So you make potato soup. So the aroma of this potato soup fills the air as you share potato soup with a new friend, mourning the loss of family.
Tuck, you like potato soup?
No.
No, you don't? Oh, okay.
No. And he'll like reach his hands out to take the bowl or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
I try.
Oh, yeah. I
Well,
made it.
maybe that means I don't know.
No.
Hup.
No. I got you.
Common. No.
Maybe, bro. Maybe.
I love. He says, I don't know, maybe, man. To the dragons?
Could
I don't
be.
know, maybe, man.
Who am I to say?
taste it. It's always going to be delicious compared to the things that these people eat on a normal basis. And he shakes his head vigorously up and down. Good. It is good.
Me, great chef, best chef.
Up.
All land.
Could be.
Maybe, bro. Maybe.
Maybe, bro. That's a fucking t-shirt. It's just like, maybe, bro. A shrugging Gus. Maybe, bro. Dragon? Question mark? Maybe, bro.
Got dragon? Maybe, bro.
Got drink.
Got dragons.
Maybe 2 dragons.
I'll set the bowl down, and he says, "Tuck, tuck, gather," and he just runs off like into the woods.
Oh hell yeah! He's gonna bring me some stuff to eat. He knows the best noms.
What if it's the worst noms?
Yeah, and Dwayne, I don't know, for brevity's sake, toward the end, so with my natural explorer background, and given that this character would know a lot of the flora and fauna, I guess if you want me to give me whatever you want to bring back to him, if it's just normal stuff, that's fine too. But
it's just stuff he's already discovered so far.
But with this, it says when I'm alone, I'm able to find twice as much food while foraging.
You give him twice as much as he would normally would get. So you have a ton of the herbs that you already have, and a ton of the small
Convert that.
animals.
How many rations would you say that gives me? Since that's how we've been tracking this.
See. Yeah, let me go and pull my chart. Mechanic. Let's see. Since you get double, we're gonna say that is 8 rations worth of food.
I'll be honest. I looked at my. I was like, last time it looks like with a good roll I got 4, and you said that's everything's. Dwayne is not making it up. That's a real chart he just consulted.
And I think while I'm out, Dwayne, if this makes it any better, I would like to be, while I'm looking around, kind of looking for dangerous tracks from creatures. Because again, with the Natural Explorer, it lets me just kind of see that naturally as I pass through, and how long ago they might have been here.
Yeah, and with that, just keep reminding me of that as you do this.
Yeah.
But currently, there are no what you would consider. There's the other thing. What you would consider dangerous.
Okay.
So yeah, you were able to return with 8 rations worth of flora and fauna and small game.
Bakshish.
Oh, thanks, bro. Oh, hey, do you...
He's handing it over to you. Bakshish.
Thank you. Do you know Blue-Eyed Sylvie? Buzz? Zap? Zap?
Zap. He doesn't know, zap. He just shrugs his shoulders oh, zap.
I have any way to...
I've seen this.
Do you have any left?
No, I never had. I haven't gotten any. I want some. That's what I'm trying to communicate. Hey, if you see any, keep an eye out, bro.
Oh, that's right, because you didn't get the other ones.
No,
that's right.
They fled from Kato.
I feel like I've seen them. Can I draw them in the ground? A very crude version.
Yeah, you could draw a rough sketch of them. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Anybody can draw a bunny rabbit. So
I'm gonna do it.
I draw.
Yeah, you do that. You draw a rough sketch of a bunny with horns, essentially.
I draw lightning bolts coming off of it.
You draw lightning bolts. I love it.
Yeah? You know this guy?
Ooh, Loki Kook.
Loki Kook. Gus wants Loki Kook.
Loki Kook.
You
and
see
I will
Loki Kook? Tell Gus.
Many Loki Kook.
Many?
Taste bleh.
Taste.
Tuck tuck bleh bleh. You, me. Tuck tuck bleh.
When Gus makes the blue-eyed Sylvie, Tuk Tuk's gonna like it.
Maybe, bro.
Maybe, bro.
You know, I'm going to start writing some of this down on the side of my fan. Just what I'm trying to, like, figure out what some of these words mean until I can get some paper in my hands.
Okay.
Slowly building the dictionary. I like that.
Yeah.
Gus is more about communicating from the heart.
Feeling it out, yeah.
Vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, bruh.
Maybe, bro.
Hup, hup.
Up, up. Cool. All right. Well, you know which way we're going, yeah?
Hop up. Hop up.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll get on the road. I'll make good berry biscuits again. So we can get a little. You guys can both have 2 temp HP.
Sounds good.
How much is that?
Two temporary
two.
hit points.
Two.
Wild question, Dwayne. Has this trauma made me grow stronger in any way?
Have you went to sleep yet?
I've slept a bunch of times.
I didn't hear that you guys slept for the night.
You're right. We're
Oh,
sleeping.
we need to sleep for the night. Yeah.
I thought.
I feel like you're just jumping to the down. I was just like,
I thought we were the next morning, bro.
No, you ate your potatoes, he went and foraged, and then you guys were still chatting.
My bust.
Mhm.
I was living in Tomorrowland. Never mind. I got nothing tonight.
Gus doesn't know what time of day it is anymore.
No.
Why don't we sleep first before travel?
Yeah, for sure. We should do that. Yeah.
Gus is like fucked up. His time is shot. So you guys will go to rest. Thinking over what you've lost, what you've gained, and the trials ahead. Night passes and morning comes, and as each of you wake and renew yourselves, you find yourselves at level 5. Do me a favor, round robin style, just talk about what you got at level 5 or what you're excited about. It doesn't need to be long-winded, but let's just bring the audience up to speed.
We all got an ASI.
Boom.
And I got a couple new spells, and I'm very excited about it because I have the spell Tongues now.
Huge.
Did I just give you more tongues or what?
Yeah, you have you
more
have 2
tongues.
tails.
9
You have 2
tongues
tails,
now.
so she needs 2 tongues.
Oh yeah, no, she does get 2 tails. I've talked with Wayne about this. When she levels up, she gets another tail.
What?
So
Every
she-
time?
Not every time. I've mathed it out to which
They're
You eventually get 9.
eventually,
okay.
yeah. But now she'll have 2 tails.
Hell yeah! So now the tail battle is equal.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tail of 2 tails.
I have unlimited tails. I can wild shape whatever tails I want. No, I got some new spells, some new spell slots, and ASI, of course. Nothing super huge to report on the spell front. I do now have access to 1/2 CR creatures, so a new wild shape friends.
Beautiful. If that is, am I cutting you off, bud, or is that it? Is what you got?
That's it for me, buddy.
I got access to some 2nd level spells, besides the ones I've had, which I'll use them eventually. But I got Summon Beast, which could come in cool, and Zone of Truth. So there's that. And then instead of taking the skill point, I instead took, I guess I got a point from it as well, but the Piercer feat, which lets me re-roll on a hit any 1 damage die that I roll on my turn. So if it's like a 1, of course, I'm going to re-roll that, try to get some more damage.
If it's piercing damage.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. That's it.
Excellent. Devin, just real quick question. Did you take a feat at level 1?
Yes, I thought I did. If I did not, or maybe not.
I don't.
You know what? I don't think I did because this is a new character, so I forgot about that. So I'll go in and rework that.
Yeah. You don't have to do it right now, but just remember that you do get another feat.
Take the Pierce feat and then your ASI. Unless you got feats in mind. I don't know if you're going to be
unless you have another feat you
feet
want.
guru.
Look at my feet.
Look at my feet. Look at my feet. Look at my feet stomping over to you.
All right, so you guys wake up. You have a decision to make. Where are you going next?
To the kitchen to whip up some breakfast.
Freaking do it.
I'm just gonna roll up in my blanket some more. Why be awake?
Fair enough.
I'll just make biscuits and stuff. Simple fare. So that you guys can both have 3 temp HP, because my proficiency bonus is 3, not 2 now.
Woohoo, exciting.
I'm just eating the things, just kind of like observing as they move around the camp and do things. I anticipate where we're going to meet Stom.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm
Tuck,
waiting for.
you know the way, so let's go. You're up with me.
Up.
Hup hup.
So, just so the DM, understand, you want to go to the lake to meet Stom.
Correct, because that is the meeting place that was established.
Okay. I'm just making sure because you also have the map that you got from the temple.
From the temple ceiling. That's like the next Derringer way, but we got to settle up with Stom because we already missed. I'm just
making sure I understand where you want to go.
Yeah, we already missed one date with Stom, so we can't do it. We can't stand him up again.
Yep. So you traverse from the mound to the lake. You know it's about a day from the mound, from the wall, the gate, the burial ground at this point.
The bad place.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
The bad place to this lake. And so you do, and that does require a night's rest. Who would like to do watch?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do another shift.
I think we all do, yeah.
I got it in my head that I need to be... Yeah, we don't have bro to...
Yeah, you don't have your Warforged
take eternal
anymore.
shifts anymore.
Everybody's got a turn. Yep.
Yeah, I got it in my head that I need to make some pickles, so... I'll stay.
Yeah. All right, Gus, perception check.
You got it. That is a dirty 20, sir.
Woo. That's pretty good. With a dirty 20, Gus, you can hear something in the woods surrounding you guys. And with a 20, it's enough that you're able to put together with your senses and your expertise that it feels like you're being stalked. Like by an animal, not like a person or a group, because you can kind of know the difference between those two. Or let me rephrase, not necessarily animal person, but like one feels natural, the other one feels like malice, if that makes sense.
What I would like to do is I would like to and I can only think in anime terms. I would like to extend my predatory aura. I would like to shift, and I would like to bulk up, and I would like to just exude this force that I am the biggest, baddest motherfucker in this jungle right now, and whatever's stalking me probably wants to get dinner somewhere else.
Yeah, I kind of love that. What is it that the shifter gives you again?
It gives me bonuses on animal handling, insight, medicine, perception, and survival checks.
So let's do this as animal handling, but if your intimidation is higher, you may use it, whichever's higher.
I'll take
Okay, so animal handling.
And I get to roll this with advantage while I'm shifted is the bonus that it gives me.
I was just saying, if you had somehow had a higher intimidation bonus, you may use that and still have advantage.
I got a 24.
Yeah. you get the sense after you like puff up or how do you do that? Tell me.
I mean, it's so when he shifts, he just naturally does become a lot bulkier. I make the joke. It's like he's sucking in his gut and it turns into muscle. It really is kind of that. Like all the veins start to pop up and his hair and his nails and his teeth all grow longer as he just gets just a little bit more bestial, a little bigger, a little scarier. And I think you just hear like this real low growl that's like, I wouldn't fucking do that, dude.
And you get the feeling that whatever was stalking you changes course.
And then it's just like as quickly as like flipping a switch, just boop, back to happy guys.
It's almost like cartoon-esque where you just tighten a cinch on your belt and everything goes up.
Exactly.
And it's like boom.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're getting it. Now you're on my mental image.
I love it. So outside of that, your watch is peaceful, and with that being solved, the other two watches go without issue. There's nothing else tonight that's there to hunt you. Is there anything, darling, you would like to do during your watch that you'd like to cover?
No, not really. I think she just kind of, like, it's peaceful. She'll probably end up watching the sky for a little bit, listen to whatever's going on, but...
So, Darlin's not, like, a singer, but is she the type that would, like, sing, like, songs at night when she's on watch?
She would, however, we are in a spooky forest where one of the first lessons was, don't make too much sound or creatures will find you at night. So she's just...
Well, you're just begging for the Fae to come get you, too.
I even just mean like low to her breath. Like, you know how some people like sing the songs? Because I just have this mental image that like when she's on watch, she could potentially just be like singing songs to herself, not like belting out numbers. But you know how it's stuck in people's heads.
Yeah.
But certainly not, didn't have to. It's your character. that's...
Maybe humming, tapping her toe.
It's more of a tap of the
she's
toe,
musically
like
inclined.
Musically in her head. She's more inclined to like dance. So she's more moving around camp rather than trying to sing.
There's something beautiful to the idea that when she's on watch, she is making music and rhythm as she does that. There's something very peaceful to that to me, in whatever form that is. So your watch comes and goes, and Tuk Tuk, your watch comes. Is there anything you would like to do during your time?
Yeah, he pulls out like these 6 figures, and he's kind of just whittling on them a little bit. Each one is different and unique, but always keeping kind of an eye on the stranger noises in the woods.
Yep. And morning comes. The sun rises, and it peeks over, and you guys head towards the lake. Gus, I would be a fool if I didn't ask. What did you make for breakfast?
We're doing like cold cuts with those like new pickles that I made last night. So they're pretty like robust, very garlicky, very briny dill, and just on some cold cuts of like small game meat on like a starting to get a little bit hardened tack bread.
Excellent. So you guys traverse through this wooded area, and it isn't long, a couple hours before you can smell the lake, the water. It almost smells fresh, clean. And as you approach, you're approaching from a higher ground, almost. It's not like 30-40 feet, but it's upper. You can see on the opposite side of where you're coming from, this lake kind of like it gets poured into from a river, and you can see small streams that kind of break out. Nothing like major, but there is like the sound of water falling into this lake as you guys approach. It's very calm. As you proceed towards the lake, you kind of go down this hill and you approach. You don't see an entourage of people. You don't see anyone here at all to greet you. And so you guys arrive.
Is this the right place, Tuck Tuck?
Up. Stom close.
Well, why don't we get out and stretch and, I guess, look friendly?
I mean, if we're just gonna sit around for a minute, I'll begin to cast the spell as a ritual. Oh no, I won't. Never mind. Disregard.
Did not prepare that one? No, it was a ritual. It didn't have to be prepared.
Yeah. Just don't worry about what I said.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Darlene's gonna get out and go stretch. I mean, the water, and I bet the scene is beautiful. I bet she would actually dance here as they wait. Listen to the environment, but just kind of like be free in the moment.
And so we watch as Gus and Tuck Tuck, tell me what you're doing right now as you wait.
Munching on something nervously.
I would take a lap around the lake. I mean, how big is this? Is it like a giant lake or a smallish lake?
It's a bigger lake. It's not that you couldn't you can see to the other side, no problem. And walking around it would only take like 15 or 20 minutes. You know what I mean? It's not massive. It's big enough that you could fish and swim in it. And there'd be plenty of room, but it's not like one of those giant lakes where you could like spend an hour and a half, 3 hours walking around.
I am taking a loop around then.
Okay. And so we watch as Darling dances on the shore of this lake. Her feet leaving small footprints in this wet soil, and Gus sitting on the Panda Express, nervously nomming on his noms, and we watch as Tuck Tuck's sonar-like, bat-like ears bob in the distance as he walks around the lake, and your vision is filled with the familiar form of Stom. And Stom approaches with two other Geosbom in tow. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
I love it. I love all of us. Kato, I did a bad thing with Kato, I think. I'm sorry, everyone. But hey, Tuck Tuck's here.
But he's fucking
He's
dead.
dead
He's dead now.
now.
Screw that guy. You just wanted to be loved? Look at him now.
A million different pieces.
That's just like our hearts.
R.I.P.
So Shane, it is your duty, it is your honor, it is your requirement.
Task.
Yeah, that too. To roll for humanity. And that's BCRF.
Sure is. Breast Cancer Research Foundation, worthy of your dollars and mine. I rolled a 13.
Woo-woo. Nice. We've done really well for BCRF. So that's always good. And with that, we will go into the outro, which is me telling funnies. This Shane, I ask you,
Okay.
where do you take someone with a peekaboo injury?
Where do you take somebody with peekaboo injury? You take them to the ICU.
You got me.
It took me a second. Everybody saw me get that in real time.
Yep. You got
The
me.
ICU.
I forever
That's
bow
funny.
to the pun master.
That's good. That's
cute.
a good one.
Devin, would you like to add to the fun?
Devin already actually won the joke competition by putting in chat, I have to poop so bad.
You guys gonna have
to finish
so
without
I'll be right
me.
back.
I'll
Leave
be
my audio
right back.
recording.
Leave my audio recording to mash up in time. Devin.
So I will give a bonus one because I don't think it's super good, and but we're gonna use it. What's Mario's first name?
I don't know what your joke's going to be, but I do know that it's Mario.
Well, just think about this. In Japanese culture, you go by last name first.
Right.
So
It's still Mario.
his first name is Itsumi.
Itsumi.
Yeah.
It's
to me,
Yeah.
Mario. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is Mario canonically.
Here's a really good one. What are Mario's overalls made out of?
No. But denim.
What? Denim. That's correct.
That's good.
Avon just said the melody. Avon said no.
Yep. Dun. That's really good. That's a really good.
That's funny. That's funny. Avon goes no.
Well, I can't tell you
I'm
how
not
many
telling
times
that
I sing
one.
that song with
Dun.
our pets, though. Because it goes micro.
Micro. That's so funny. You heard that one before though, Dwayne? Denim.
No, that's the first time I tell it to
That's better than It's Me.
London. Yeah, it is. It's good.
If you had to do a Mario joke to somebody,
Yeah, that's
which
a
you
good
do
one.
legally have to do sometimes.
Yep. Well, Shane, it is your responsibility to take over where Devin does. So, as we always say,
It's only illegal if you get caught.
yeah, we love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.